Joining us is Ilan Dalal, the father of 23-year-old Israeli hostage Guy Gilboa-Dalal. Now, Guy was kidnapped by Hamas terrorists from the Nova Music Festival, where he was partying with his 3 friends and his brother Gal. He had been planning to go to the party for months. Nova actually marked the first time that he went to a rave. His brother Gal managed to escape after running and hiding for hours, but sadly, the family was exposed just hours later to Guy and his best friend tied up and lying in a tunnel. A video of this was viral on social media just hours after Hamas infiltrated Israel and carried out this massacre. I'd like to ask you, Ilan, obviously, first of all, I do want to say that I met your son Gal last week. He's a wonderful, wonderful soul, and he went through so much, and I'm just happy that you have him to help you during this tough time. I know that it's been 9 months now since Guy was taken into captivity. Yes. How is your family dealing with the situation at this point?
Well, we did in this point as we dealt with the situation throughout the last 9 months. We every morning wake up with a hope and going to sleep disappointment in a great disappointment. We hope that this time, as you said, the wind is blowing to a better place, and maybe there is a chance that a deal will come out of these talks, which we want to believe that this will be the fact.
Right. There does certainly seem like there's more of an era of positivity, of movement forward right now, at least in the past couple of days, regarding the negotiations. Obviously, Netanyahu just came out with a statement right now. He basically made some declarations that, I wonder if your family and the families of the hostages feel that he was right to come out with that statement right now.
You mean about the statement that he's willing to a partial deal?
No, right now he came out and he basically said that any deal is going to allow Israel to return to fighting until its war aims are met. So basically there won't be a permanent ceasefire until Hamas lays down its arms, and that there's not going to be any weapons smuggling through the Gaza-Egypt border. These are just some of the kind of latest statements that he made in regards to the negotiations. Obviously, this doesn't really change the rhetoric that we've been hearing from the Israeli government, but I'm just interested to hear kind of the response of your family to him coming out and saying that yet again.
Well, I can tell you this. We try not to listen to every phrase that come out from the mouth of every politician, because they have their own pressures and their own needs for negotiations. And sometimes we speak for the other side to hear, and sometimes we speak for Israelis to hear. And not exactly what's going on in the media and what they say. This is what's going on in the negotiations rooms inside. This I know for fact. So we always try to stay updated by official announcement that we get from the government throughout our officers, and try to disregard everything that going on in the media, because we've been in situations like this before, where there were talks for a deal that is already coming to be made, and eventually it was not, and it is a great disappointment. So even the optimistic wind that's blowing right now, we try to avoid these two and keep realistic.
Now, I want to kind of understand from you. You said that obviously there is a liaison who's speaking to you, kind of giving you updates about the negotiations. But what is the latest information that you have about Guy at this point, if anything? Is there anything new?
And the last sign we saw from Guy was the video that released by Hamas on the first day, where we saw him in a dark room, very frightened and in shock. He was with 4 other hostages, that one of them was released months ago, Almog, And he told us that they were together in the first hour, and then they separated them, and since then they did not meet again.
So just, the final thing that I want to ask you, first of all, what message would you want to send to the world right now that we have viewers from around the world listening? And also, what would you want to tell your son if he was also listening? Because we can tell you that we know that I-24 News has been viewed, I-24 News in Arabic, in the Gaza Strip as well.
Well, my message to the world is that among the hostages, there are people from 24 nations and 5 religions. So this problem is not only Israeli problem, it's an international problem. And right now, the humanitarian situation there is very bad. These people are in tunnels in the dark, not getting much food or medical attention. And we ask the international community to pressure Hamas as much as they can to accept this deal and move on to release hostages and ceasefire, so both people will rebuild themselves.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank you so much. Yeah, Ilan, finish what you were saying.
And if Guy is listening, I just want to tell him that we love him. Guy, we love you so much. Please hang on in there. Survive. We're doing everything we can to get you out. We never give up on you. And I believe that soon we'll be together. We are all waiting for you, and life is waiting for you. Hang on in there.